Good afternoon. This is Cindy from Brett and Cindy's Tea and Living. We're sitting here enjoying some cup of cocoa, and Brett brings in a couple of trays and said, let's start planting some herbs. So I'm like, okay. So I got my dirt laid in here. Oh, good old trusty bucket with me. And then I got out my flower seeds. We're going to do about 15 plants of these. Now I'd show you what they look like, but I don't even know if my zoom camera would zoom in this tiny stuff. So I got my tweezers out just where I can work around with them. They're small seeds, very tiny. But it said to plant them about an 1/8 to 1/4 inch deep. So I kind of just made me a little stick here that kind of has 1/2 inch, inch, 1.5 inch, stuff like that. So I poked me a little dab, and I've dropped some seeds in. And I meant to turn the camera on before I got this far, and I just forgot. But I started out with one of these trays like this right here. Fill it with dirt like you see here. And now I got the seeds dropped in there. They're just kind of sitting there. I'm trying not to breathe too heavy on the tray because I'm afraid I'm going to blow the seeds away. So I'm trying to put a little bit of dirt. I've made about 15 of them here in these first 3 rows here. I'm going to put a little dirt on top of them. Whoop, not too much, because they're not supposed to be buried deep. It's supposed to be really shallow. So I just want enough to cover the seed. Don't want to pack them in, just trying to smooth the little square out where it's not packed in hills. And then I'm going to get me a bottle. Don't you have a lid for this thing? I need a lid for my watering bottle. Brett just takes his fingers and does this. Dribble some water on them.
Ain't like you need much, you just gotta dampen it.
Dampen the little square. I'm not very good with the barely dampening. I like to drown things. So this dribble, dribble, dribble.
Helps to have big fingers do that, huh?
It helps to have the big fingers that you have to do this. Because now my soil's a little already, listen to me, damp a little bit already because it's been outside. Ooh. A little more than this. Now I got to dampen the other 10. Yeah. And Brett tells me I got to dampen my other set blocks here before I put my seeds in it. Alright, now that's got water dribbled on everybody. Let me go ahead and mark the 3 I've already got planted here. They, now rosemary and feverfew just sprinkles across the top of the dirt. They don't have to be covered back up like the dill does. I'll come back with more spoons here in a minute. I want to get this planting done. Y'all ain't gonna want to watch me do all this labeling stuff. So let me see here. Bucket, you're gonna have to get over here for a second. Yeah. Those little boogers like to stick to things.
We're going to have to expand our little grow station too. We bought us a light for that.
Well, yeah, we've gone to 2 rows on our grow station.
Next update, we'll show that.
Now these little things are so small, I probably put a couple in each one. At least, because my fingers don't pick up one seed. When they're so tiny, I need tweezers to move them around with. Now this dill, I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of dirt on top of them. Because they need to be covered up just a little bit. Don't need that in there. Now this is my first go around with trying to plant. Trying to get
You acquainted with the grow light, huh?
getting me started out with all of this planting in these little squares and trying to get this stuff done right. And since I've covered these up, I'm going to come back and give them a little more drink just to dampen the top of this just a little bit. Just a little bit. Alright. Now, what did I put in the middle? Feverfew. Now, Feverfew, like I said, Got Church recommended it for the migraines. It does pretty good on helping. I also go to a neurologist and get Botox treatment, and it really worked on the migraines. Enjoying hot cocoa while I do this. Get me a shot of chocolate caffeine. Now I'm interested to see what these little things look like. Because they don't feel like they're... Oh yeah! I've seen dust with bigger specks than this stuff is. How many's in this thing?
4,500.
Yeah. I don't know about that. Says there's 100.
I think they refer to feverfew as being a seed powder.
Yeah, honey.
You sprinkle the powder.
You can't sprinkle this powder. Yes, I am using tweezers to try to reach in here and get this stuff out. It is so fine. Because to say I just kind of sprinkled them in here would be an understatement. I mean, they're so fine I can't even hardly pick them up. They are about the size of the tip of a sewing needle. Now, I tell you, that's some fine stuff right there. I think I got a little bit on all of them. Maybe. Guess we'll find out in 10 to 14 days when they sprout. Yeesh. Now these, it's a surface sow. So you just lay them on the surface. And you told me to do rosemary in the back too. Hopefully these are a little bit bigger. As I can tell you, that was not easy to get to. These are no bigger. I can't tell. Well, oh well. So I reckon I got a little dribble of water on all the seeds. Maybe. Well, now we got some water drizzled on it all. Down here, the feverfew and the rosemary, they just lay on top of the soil. The sun germinates them and lets them grow. So, and they usually grow in, I think the rosemary is 14 days, feverfew's like 10 to 14 days. And then down here, the dill and the flowers, they range between 7 to 14 days. So here in a couple of weeks, maybe we'll have some sprouts coming up where we can come back and show you how they're doing. Till then, happy planting. God bless.